Let me hit you with something real. If your life feels stuck right now, if you feel like you're running in circles, starting over, and doubting yourself, it's not because you're broken, and it's definitely not because you're lazy. It's because you're dragging around toxic habits that you've outgrown, but maybe you haven't even realized it yet. And here's the brutal truth most people don't want to hear: you can't carry dysfunction into your destiny. You either drop the dead weight or it drags you down with it. Welcome back to Hard Truths, the place where we stop sugarcoating the real issues, we grab a damn mirror, and we get to work. So today, we're calling out 5 silent killers that are holding you back. And more importantly, we're going to talk about how you can start letting them go today. Not tomorrow, not when it feels easy, today. And listen, I know change isn't easy. If it were, we'd all be walking around living our dream lives already. But it's the small decisions done consistently that turn the tide. One habit at a time, one identity shift at a time. So let's dive into it. Number 1, over-explaining yourself. You ever catch yourself trying to explain your no to someone like your life is on trial? Like you need a 10-page essay just to justify doing what's best for you. You get invited to something you don't even want to do, but instead of politely declining, you type out this whole emotional explanation trying to make it sound okay. Or maybe you finally mustered the courage to tell someone about a dream you have, and immediately start shrinking it down because you're afraid they'll think you're crazy. Yeah, I've been there too. And here's the thing. You over-explain because you're scared of being judged. You're scared that being different will make other people feel uncomfortable. But the hard truth is, people who are serious about where they're going don't waste time auditioning for approval. Over-explaining doesn't make you more understood. It just waters down your power. It teaches you to second-guess yourself. If you're always softening your message, you're training yourself to believe that what you want isn't valid enough to stand on its own. See, you don't owe explanations to people who aren't paying the price for your future. And I want you to listen to that again. You don't owe explanations to people who aren't paying the price for your future. If they're not carrying the cost, they don't get a say. So here's the move. Catch yourself mid-justification. I want you to stop. I want you to breathe. And I want you to remind yourself, my clarity is enough. My vision doesn't require a permission slip. Then move in silence and watch your power grow. Number 2, holding on to people who drain your energy. This one cuts deeper than people like to admit. See, I spent years wondering why my ambitions felt so heavy until I realized it wasn't the dream that was heavy. It was the people I was trying to drag with me. Some of you are carrying friendships, relationships, even family ties that are anchored in who you used to be, not who you're becoming. And it's exhausting, right? You share a dream and they laugh. You celebrate a win and they go silent. You talk about leveling up and they tell you, hey, just relax. The hard truth? You can love people and still outgrow them. You can care about their journey without letting them derail yours. See, letting go doesn't mean you failed. It doesn't mean you're heartless. It means you're honoring the version of yourself that refuses to shrink to stay familiar. So audit your circle without guilt. Look around and I want you to ask yourself, who genuinely celebrates my growth? And who feels threatened by it? Then, act like your future depends on your answer. Because honestly, it does. Number 3, letting later win over now. See, if I had $1 for every time I said, I'll start next week, man, I could have bought myself a front row seat to my own disappointment. You get the spark, you feel the excitement, you see the vision, and then you hit a stall. You tell yourself you'll start when you're ready. Here's the secret nobody tells you. You will never feel ready. That fear, that uncertainty, that voice in your head second guessing everything, it doesn't vanish. It never leaves. It rides shotgun on the way to your future. So every time you choose later, you reinforce hesitation as part of your identity. You build the muscle of waiting, and you normalize delay. And hesitation kills more dreams than failure ever will. Action builds belief, not the other way around. Every tiny, messy step you take tells your brain, hey, we're actually doing this. So today, pick one thing you've been putting off. Send that email, make that call, start that side hustle, sign up for the course. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to happen. Number 4, talk about growth more than acting on it. Let's get real. We live in a world obsessed with talking about growth. You scroll past endless motivational quotes. You screenshot dream boards. You binge podcast after podcast. But when it's time to actually get in the arena, silence. And trust me, I get it. Dreaming feels safe. Planning feels productive. But at the end of the day, dreaming without doing is just a sophisticated way to stay stuck. Knowledge without action isn't growth. It's just entertainment. You don't need to burn your whole life down today. You don't need a 10-step blueprint with all the answers. You just need one messy, uncomfortable, gritty step. One moment of actually living differently. So today, put down the planner. Trade 1 hour of scrolling and strategize for 1 hour of building. Write the first sentence, hit the gym, apply for the job. Just take the first awkward, beautiful, imperfect swing. Because dreams don't work unless you do. Lastly, number 5, and this one's sneaky, and it's also deadly. You start to change. You start to move. But the voice in your head still talks to you like you're a failure wearing a costume. Every I'm such an idiot, every I'm too lazy, and every I'm not cut out for this. It feels harmless, right? It's just venting. It's just being realistic. But no, it's brainwashing. So your brain believes what you say about yourself, especially when you say it often, good or bad, hopeful or hateful. Your self-talk is the script your life follows. You're not lying to yourself when you start speaking life. You're telling a deeper truth, the truth of who you're becoming, not the struggle you're surviving. Catch the old voice today and correct it, not with cheesy affirmations, but with real, grounded truth. Instead of, I'm terrible at this, I want you to try and say, I'm learning faster with every time I show up. Instead of, I'm a failure, remind yourself, I'm in the middle of building something that isn't finished yet. Talk to yourself like someone worth rooting for, because you are. All right, so here's the deal. For the next 24 hours, I want you to live like the future version of you is already watching. Every decision, every hesitation, every moment where you want to default to the old habits. I want you to pause, breathe, and ask yourself, what would the version of me I'm building choose right now? Then act accordingly. even if it's messy, even if it's awkward, especially if it's uncomfortable. Because legends aren't built in the spotlight, they're built in the trenches when no one's clapping yet. Your future isn't waiting on a perfect moment, it's waiting on your next small decision. This is Hard Truths. Tag me at Danny Livin, DANNYLYVIN, and tell me, what habit are you done dragging into your next season? Until next time, drop the weight, rise into who you were born to be. Take care.